Wow. I don't know if it's going to show, but I'm getting the yellow light here. We're hitting the maximum this inverter can put out. It's about 3,800 watts. Oh, we'll hit it. There it is. 3822. About 60 amps. Crazy. This one, on the other hand, not even getting close. This thing can do about 5,000 some odd. This thing is very, oh yeah, this thing's pretty warm. That's why I got the fan on it. I went with a different fan to the transformer. Getting cloud edge effects, so we're often hitting more than the system or this charge controller can handle. We're making lots of power today though. Before I know it, I'm going to have over 8,000 watts coming in. It's awesome. Soon I'll be pulling in more power than this inverter can even put out. It's going to be great. Holy smokes, there we go. 4,300 watts, 3,820 watts. This thing is maxed out. This thing still has room to grow. Quite a bit of room actually. Wow, what a difference, eh? We got the central vac going, so oh, there we go. Got some cloud edge effect going on here. This is all running off the reliable. It's running the house, running the central vac. I think the central vac is pulling around 2,000 watts. I was impressive there for a bit. We had what? 7,000 watts coming in? Or more? Or is it 8,000? Yeah, 8,000 watts coming in. Look at that. Wow. The math is bad today. 8,000 watts coming in. That's crazy. That's pretty much what this can put out. Continuous, non-stop. So, crazy. Just another update. Today I'm hooking up these batteries, the last bit of solder that I have, and then tomorrow I plan on hooking those batteries either tomorrow or Friday. We'll see. I want to get those batteries hooked up before the end of the week, but I want to get these first because these is just a normal little BMS going on these. Those, I don't know if I'm going with the little BMS or I'm going with the big one. I think I'm going with the big one. Anyways, thanks for watching. Holy smokes. Almost 5,000 watts on this one. This one again was maxed up. We got clouds. We're making well over 8,000 watts. This is with 8,700 watts of panels, and I'm almost hitting my rated power. That's crazy, man. Just crazy. Well, there you go again. How my BMSs? Oh, they're not doing too bad. Not bad at all. Lots of power coming in, guys. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Wowee, man. I just keep having to film this because making so much stinking power. Oh, this one's gone down a bit. Not making as much as we were before. It's a little hazy out. I just looked outside. Oh, there we go. It's crazy. Did a little bit of wire organizing, just a little bit with zip ties, nothing crazy. Got a little bit cleaner, but wow. Just pumping out the power. This one's pumping out the heat too. This one's not very warm at all. Really like this inverter, guys. Really starting to like it. I've tested it. It can do more than 6,000 watts. I haven't pushed it that far yet. I haven't pushed it to its max. I have tripped it, but I wasn't able to record it, what it tripped at because I had the house running plus the dryer, so I was pushing minimum 8,000 watts, so it tripped. So we'll see what this thing can do max. Even if it can go even close to 8,000 watts, it's going to be a great inverter because I've tripped this thing so many times that if it wasn't a good quality, it would have blown by now. So I'm very happy with this so far. So It's funny with the Magna-Science because they can do so much. I was doing over 13,000 watts, almost 14,000 watts. I just take for granted how powerful these two inverters are. And together, this whole system here is about $7,000. And this here is $1,500. So you can't compare them. But I was very happy with what I could run. I can run everything but my dryer. So that's pretty good. And I was actually expecting to be able to run my dryer, forgetting that this is 8,000 watts. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Great. So I'm almost done. Well, halfway done. I'm still going to make the cables linking these. I just have it done with alligator clips. That's how I tested to make sure the BMS wires were all hooked up right. I got the BMS, I got the charge negative hooked up. Now I'm doing the P negative next, and then I'm doing the battery negative last, which will be connected to here. Then I get a positive coming off here, and it's got to be connected into the main positive. And then that'll be it for now. I got to get some bigger bus bars because these ones are overtasked. Not overtasked with current, they're just overtasked with too many wires. Either that or I got to condense these wires into one ring terminal. But yeah, still got lots of power coming in. It's almost 4 o'clock. We're about full charge, just shy. This thing is really nice. I really like this inverter. For what it is, for the price point, it's amazing. If this thing lasts a long time, which we'll be doing long-term testing, I'm pretty much only using this from this point on. Except for when I have to do my dryer, I gotta switch to this. But this is a really nice inverter. The safeties built into this thing is really nice. I've overloaded it at least 5 or 6 times now. And that was due to me playing with the dryer. I have overloaded it once without the dryer. I had over 3,000 watts, around 3,000, 3,200 watts running when my well pump kicked in, and that thing has a wicked surge. That's the only thing that makes this inverter droop a little bit in voltage and the lights dim, which is crazy because nothing else does that. Not even the furnace doesn't do that, and the central vac barely does it. Central vac does it just a tiny bit. So what I've found out so far, I'm able to pull 6,000 watts through this transformer, no problem. So 6,000 watts out, AC. But that is not what this is rated for. So why can I not pull more than 6,000 watts? Well, that is because I'm losing a lot of power in here. At the outlets, I know you can pull at least 7,000 watts. Not the outlets, sorry, the hardwire. But I like running through this because that helps with inductive loads. Spikes coming back through. The transformer helps clean it out a little bit. So, through a transformer, if you're going to do something like I got, you're going to get about 6,000 watts out here. Maybe a little more than 6,000, 6,000 some odd hundred. And on this inverter, I know it will do at least 7,000. I haven't tested further than that. So at least we know it does at least 7,000 watts, which is really good. I have not tested up to 8,000 yet. That is to come, but just the fact that this thing will push 7,000 watts at its price point is really good. So if it will do 8,000 watts, that'll be even better. That is testing to come. The next test is actually, I'm going to try this on my huge compressor in my trailer. It's a 30-gallon tank or 40, I can't remember. It takes over 6,000 watts just to start it. So that's a surge test. So we'll see how well this does with that. The first version of this, the one that had the least amount of safeties, was able to start the one in my trailer. But this one here, the most recent modified one that has a little bit reduced output, more safeties built in, this one will not start it. This one tries and it cranks slowly, but it actually won't start it. So that'll be interesting to see if this can start it, because it has such a ridiculous surge. So that's to come. So it's quite late at night. and I finally got the battery hooked up. I had to wait till my system was close to 62 volts. I was running electric heaters the last hour and a bit, maybe 2 hours, 2 of them, to get the voltage down. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I should be sleeping, but I wanted to get them hooked up, so I drained my batteries down. These are at 62 volts. These are at 62.5 volts. And you can see just half an amp is putting 13.5 amps into these batteries. Actually, these batteries are higher than 62.5 volts now, because I hooked them up about 5-10 minutes ago, so they are going up in voltage. But that's what's traveling through the BMS. The BMS is not warm at all. And regarding these Chrysler Pacifica batteries, I actually decided not to use this larger BMS for this project. Where did I put it? Anyways, I moved it. I'm going to be using these little ones. They actually have, I can charge 30 amps each through these ones, so total I can charge way more if I put one of these BMS per unit. Then, oh, there it is. Then that one, I'm going to use that on my Chevy Volt battery. I have quite a few more in the garage. I may add it to this system and turn it to 16S, we'll see. But I need to charge more than 50 amps. So that is limited. That's 300 amps you can pull from it, and 50 amps you can charge through it. And for 16 kilowatts, I need more than 15 amp charge. So, yeah, that'll just take way too long for these batteries. And I'm pretty sure my system will max that out. And I don't want to max it out. So, I'm going to use these. I got a ton of them still. I have enough to do all these. I'm sticking with these for now, just because their charge current and discharge current are the same. So that's what I'm going with. And I just really like these. They've been really, really bulletproof for me so far. So, yeah. So I just added another 4 point something kilowatts. I don't know what this brick of 4 is. I know it's just over 4 kilowatts. And there you go. These are charging. The rest of the bank is discharging. Everything's working good. Nissan Leaf batteries working great. I have not put the rods through it to squish them together, because this is rated for 30 amps, and this can't do more than 30 amps for long periods of time. That means I'm not even hitting half C rating, barely hitting half C. At those discharge rates and charge rates, you don't need to squish these. The batteries are fine, unless you go way under charge to like damaging point, then they will puff. That's where you would benefit from having them crimped shut, and same with overcharging. But with this, as long as this works properly, that shouldn't happen, so it should be fine. So I believe I have well over 40 kilowatts hooked up. I can't remember what I got. I gotta have at least 50 kilowatts hooked up. I don't know, I can't remember. But once we have that, I'm gonna have over 60 kilowatts hooked up. I'm gonna have to do a tally again after, and we'll figure it out. This battery pack, I wasn't able to use the BMS wires. They were damaged, and I was not able to use it. I had 2. I just ended up not using any of them. So I just took the covers off and I soldered right to all the battery leads that come out. That's why this one looks all messy. These ones look messy too, but they don't look as messy. Anyways, that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, we are making loads of power again, and we're almost fully charged. So what I'm doing, I just did laundry, so it's warm in this room. So I added some extra fans to blow across the charge controllers. It also helps cool down this magnesign, because it's actually sucking past the magnesign. We are actually hooked to the magnesigns right now because we just did laundry. I'm going to actually stay hooked to the magnesigns till we get home. We're not using the reliable at this moment, just because this reliable, through my testing, is about as powerful as one magnesine. It can actually do more continuous, but about the same surge, around 7,000 some odd watts surge. This can do continuous. I don't know if it can actually do full continuous or not, but it can do it for a fair bit of time anyways. So can that. So they can do about the same. So that's equal to about a magnesine, approximately. So when I got going, because we got all this extra power, we're running this heater just because I can. It is very warm in here. We are running this heater here because I can. So it's set to 23. I set the furnace to 19. I'll take you guys downstairs, where I have another heater on. Alright, so this is downstairs. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys down here. But we are downstairs, and I have another heater. So this heater is both of these type heaters that I have, the one in the other room as well, are on these Wi-Fi switches. I can control it through the internet, so I just have that on max. I have the other one on max, and then I can turn it on and off as I please. And that's what I do on extra days when it's cold out for heat in the winter time. In the summertime I do the exact same thing, but with ACs. Anyways, thanks for watching. Okay, so guys, we even hit full charge today, and we were actually pulling no power in because I was full charge, and we're still gonna hit 40 kilowatts today. That's crazy. It's not even close to peak of summer yet, and we're just making so much power. I don't know what to do with it. My batteries, they're hitting full charge every day. I only bring them down to about, I don't know, 60% at night. So yeah, we're just making oodles of power. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the update. Reliable's doing amazing. I really like this inverter. The more I use it, the more I like it. This thing is awesome. Tested to about 7,000 watts so far. I have not pushed the 8,000, at least where I could actually monitor it. I have overloaded it though, so obviously I did run 8,000 or so watts through it. But all in all, I really like it so far.